Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for another practice today. So today I'm going to guide you through a practice that will help you ground your energy. So we will stay on the mat, we will stick with the Yin Yoga postures, and I will guide you also through a short Yoga Nidra practice at the end, which is basically a body scan. It's a meditation. So I would suggest to grab any blankets or warm clothing, socks, etc., because towards the end we will just be laying still on our backs or our side if that's not comfortable for you. So yeah, just get all your bits and bobs ready and let's begin. So we'll just start by finding your comfortable seat in Sukhasana or easy pose, either with the legs crossed, maybe sitting up on a cushion. And just start to bring that awareness into the spine and just find that natural curve in the base of the spine. And from there, just lifting up, relaxing the shoulders, come up to the ears, the crown of the head. And just taking a few breaths here, just connecting into your energy. Noticing how you feel in this moment. Releasing any judgments. Just notice what's arising for you. Maybe taking a note of how you're feeling mentally, emotionally, as well as we just observe the breath. And let's bring the palms together in your heart center in prayer, tucking the chin down towards the fingers now. And as you breathe, start to cultivate an intention for your practice. Maybe simply just to ground to Gaia, to be present, to listen to your body, to your inner being. Maybe just finding this moment to just switch off and relax, whatever it is that has brought you on your mat to practice here today. Just being very clear with that intention. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale, release the breath out through the mouth. Letting go of that intention. Releasing the palms. And then gently start to blink the eyes open, coming back to your room, to the space, to the surroundings. So let's begin with our first posture. We'll come into a caterpillar pose, so otherwise known as forward fold or Paschimottanasana. Options here to sit on a cushion, feet wide or close. It's really up to you. Remember that the Yin Yoga practice is, there is no alignment. There's no right or wrong way. It's, if you're feeling something in your body, then you're doing the work. So if you're not feeling anything, then you're not doing anything. So when it comes to Yin Yoga, it really is a case of no pain, no gain. And that sounds crazy, but at the same time, it is within the discomfort that we can find the most expansion. So let's begin. I like to put a bolster on my thighs and then just take a block or two, depending on how rigid I'm feeling in that day. So just come to your first edge. Remember, we're going to be holding for time, so you can always take it further as the time passes. Just come to your first edge, so, to a point where you're feeling something, the target area in this pose, the back of your legs, stimulating the liver and the gallbladder meridians, but also the urinary bladder. If your spine is rounded, so again, it doesn't matter if it's rounded or straight. Dependent on your flexibility, you might be up here and you might say to Istria, this is it for me, and that's totally fine. So just grab, enough blocks to just rest your head. I always find that it's nice to rest your head, and you get the added benefit of activating the pineal gland, the third eye chakra. So just once you arrive into this space, just straight away begin to let go. Scan your body from the soles of your feet all the way up, and relax any muscles, softening your whole body. Now tuning in, observing the sensations. And notice how your mind will immediately judge, saying this feels good or bad, or that you need to move, it's not comfortable, whatever is going on. Just start to move into this space of the observer. Observing these sensations in your body, observing the chatter in your mind. Finding complete stillness no matter what is going on for you. We're just leaning in gently into this discomfort as we release, softening your body, relaxing into this space. Noticing when your body is inviting you to come deeper into the pose. Maybe you're in the same place. Observe the sensations. What's happening? Notice when you're making judgment. Just let that go, release that. We don't need to judge anything here. We're simply being. And you can't get this wrong. If you're here, you're doing it with me. And it's all perfect. Noticing maybe if the sensations soften or intensify, or maybe they move from one area of your body to another. Release that judgment. So we'll just be here for a few more breaths.
So maybe if you feel inclined to come to that deepest point, knowing that whatever discomfort you're experiencing in this moment, it will pass, and that you are strong and able to overcome any hurdles. A few more breaths.
And then now, very gently and very slowly, let's start to come out of the pose. Remove any props, blocks, whatever you've got. And just moving very slowly and mindfully, let's bend into the knees. Place the soles of the feet onto the mat and then shuffle your buttocks towards the heels. From here, just very gently and slowly, come down onto your elbows and we'll come into a resting pose or a rebound pose in Savasana. So maybe just extending those legs, arms down by the sides. It may feel better for you to bend the knees if the hamstrings are very tight. So again, just listen to yourself. You are your own inner guru, your own teacher, your own guide. In whatever position you're in, let's just bring the awareness to the sacrum as it connects the base of the spine into Gaia. And as you allow the sensations, the chi or energy, prana, to move through you, observe. And when you're ready to, we'll just bring the knees into the chest, maybe just bringing the hands around the knees or the shins and just rocking out the lower back. Just any tension there, release that. And then from here, we're just going to come into a gentle twist. So keeping both knees together, you can just drop to one side, doesn't matter which side. And if it feels comfortable for you, you can take the arm, the opposite arm to the knees, out to the side, maybe placing the palm onto your thighs or your knees, wherever you are. If you also find this challenging, you can use blocks in between the knees. Just try to keep both shoulders pinned to the mat. So as soon as the opposite shoulder starts to pop off the mat, then that's your level. So maybe it may mean that you use cushions or a block to support the knees. And I will leave it up to you. If it feels right for you, you can turn the head the opposite direction, but be mindful of the neck. And just softening here again, just releasing, scanning your body, softening the whole body. Notice where you're still holding on in the fingers, in the toes, in your legs. And just soften. As the time passes, again tuning into what is happening within you, in your whole being. You can begin with the physical because that is very dominant in our being. So feel into your physical body, what's happening here. And just observing the thoughts drifting through your mind. And just taking a step back, not attaching into any narrative, any story. Just observing what the chatter in the mind is all about. Just observing. Soften your shoulder blades, your elbows, the arms. And your breath is soft and slow. Allowing your breath to expand into any areas of tightness or tension. You can imagine that each time you take a breath in, you're expanding into that tightness, creating space. And each time you breathe out, consciously let go of that tension. Just being here right now in your body, and what's happening emotionally for you. Remember, we're not trying to control anything here. This is Yin Yoga. We want to allow all that is to be as it is. Nothing needs to change. Apart from your perspective of how you are perceiving all that is occurring in this moment. Just a few more breaths now, last couple of breaths. And then slowly now, we'll come back to center, extending the legs. If that feels good to you, and release the arms back down your sides. And just let that all go. Just notice here now for some time, you have been consciously letting go. Letting go has this notion that we're losing something. Yet in this space, you feel like you're gaining so much more than you're losing. Just observe this. When you're ready, we'll transition over to the other side. So just start by bringing the knees into the chest and maybe rocking it out if that feels good to you. And then when you're ready, we're going to land both knees on top of the other onto the other side. And then you've got the option here to extend the opposite arm and gaze over towards the fingertips, but don't do that. If you have issues in your neck, then just keep it straight. And you know, you might not want to stay there for too long, so just be mindful, listen to your inner guide. And this is really what we're doing here. Of course, our body and the benefits that it is receiving from this practice is amazing. But what truly yoga is all about is connecting with your inner being, to your inner self, your higher self, your spirit. And that is the meaning of yoga. Yoga means connection. So as we connect through our body is almost a tool. It's the thing that is allowing us to connect deeper into our being. And when I say our being, I mean our authentic being. Underneath all the aches and the pains and the negative thoughts and the life situations is this eternal light, this eternal peace. And that is who you truly are. So just soften into your body. Letting go of all tension from your body. Relaxing every muscle. Simply observing. Just observing. So we'll be here just for a few more breaths. So from your twist, slowly as you like, take all the time you need. We'll bring the knees back into center. Maybe just giving yourself that big hug again. And then slowly, I'd like you to extend your legs and come and find a comfortable Savasana position. So you're going to be laying on your back. Feet are hip width apart or wider. Arms down by the sides, and grab your blankets or extra clothing if you need. We're going to be here for some time. And just get as comfortable as possible. Observing the sensations, the chi moving through you from your previous pose. And as you lay here, in complete surrender, let go of any tension left in your body. Each time you breathe out, soften, a little bit more. And as you do, just notice how your whole body is held. Now I'm going to guide you through the Yoga Nidra. I'm going to highlight areas of your body, and all that I want you to do is to bring your awareness, your attention, your focus to that area. So let's begin with the soles of the feet. Softening into the heels, the ball of the foot, softening all the toes. And the awareness drifts now onto the top of the foot, the top of the feet. Do both feet together. Traveling your awareness up into the ankles, the calf muscles, softening and releasing. The back of the knee melting. The backs of the thighs. Now bring the attention to the shin bones, softening the tops of the knees and the thighs, and drifting your awareness into your pelvis, the buttocks, hips, the sacrum, moving up into your lower back, release all tension here as you soften the whole spine, the middle back, muscles releasing. And rising up into the shoulder blades, the upper back, the tops of your shoulders. And let's bring the awareness into your belly now. And all of your reproductive organs. Moving up from this space into the solar plexus, the lower ribs. Just have this sense that your rib cage is just melting away. Moving up into the upper ribs and the chest, the collarbones, up into the shoulders. Travel your awareness down the right arm, into the elbow, the forearm, the wrist. Soften everything as you go. Feel the contact with the ground on the back of your hand. Landing into your soft palm and the fingertips release. Now bringing your awareness to the top of the left shoulder now. And just float that awareness down your arm, into the elbow, into the forearm, into the wrist, the back of the hand, landing into your palm. Releasing all the fingers and the thumb. Now the awareness comes to the back of your neck. Back of the head. Let's just pause here. Feel the weight of your head, the weight of your whole body. Drifting now into the crown of the head. The forehead, softening all the muscles in your face, the temples, space between the eyebrows, underneath the eyes, the cheekbones, releasing your jaw, your tongue, inside of your mouth. Now bring that awareness back to the space between your eyebrows, the third eye. We will just observe here how your body has melted away, connecting into this light, the truth of your being. As you're held by Mother Earth in her soft, warm, unconditional embrace. Gently start to deepen your breath, slowly coming back to your body. Deep breaths expanding into your belly. Inviting in new energy. And let's bring a little bit of movement into the fingers, into the toes. And just slowly start to wake your body up. Maybe stretch the arms over the head. You can bring the feet together and stretch through the heels, through the toes. And as you exhale, bring those knees into your chest and give yourself a big, big hug. Remind yourself just how amazing you are. And recognize this gift of this space, this practice that you're giving to yourself, which not only benefits you as you raise your level of awareness, the whole collective benefits too. Now drop onto one side, into a fetal position, maybe making a pillow with your arm or your palm of the hand. And just for several more moments, let's keep this connection with your inner being very strong. Everything else just drifts away. And then using your hands, slowly and gently, come up to a comfortable seat. Finding your Sukhasana, your easy pose, root down now through the sit bones. Just imagining your roots growing deep, connecting into Gaia. And you receive nourishment through these roots, traveling up through the back of your spine, up into your body, rising up to the crown of the head. And let's just hover here, maybe 5-10 inches above the crown of your head. As you hover, envisage the crown of your head opening, open to receive all the cosmic energies, psychic downloads, guidance. Connecting into that intuitive part of you. Just before we finish, I'd like you to just observe this energy flowing down through the crown of your head, down your spine and into Gaia, and as it moves back up through the roots into your body and back up. Your body is just a channel for this energy to move through. Good. Let's bring the palms into the heart center as we close this practice. Palms in prayer, Anjali Mudra. Tucking the chin, pressing the backs of the thumbs against your heart center. And expressing any emotion of gratitude. Maybe just for this practice, for this space, for this body, for this breath, for the abundance of air for you to breathe. For this sense of peace, this connection, whatever else that you feel. And in this space, just start to open your heart, guiding that breath into the chest. And as you breathe, just have this sense of expansion, really expanding outward, connecting the two energies moving through you. Perfectly balanced, radiating out through your heart center. And one last breath. Let's take a deep breath into the heart center. And as you release the breath, maybe let it go with a sigh, bowing to your inner guide. Namaste. Slowly, when you're ready to, we'll release the palms. I hope you're feeling good. You may just want to take it easy, or maybe just go to sleep. That would be wonderful. Drink lots of water, and I hope to see you soon.